Alright, I wasn't gonna really talk about this yet because it's not technically out yet, but I do kind of want to mention it just because um people are talking about it a lot and it does interest me, so I'm gonna put my 2 cents in on this thing and talk about it because I do like the idea of flashcards and the ability to be able to back up your Switch games legally and without being banned by Nintendo if you play like the backups you make on this device. So I'm just gonna talk about the Mig Switch today and what I think about it, and uh, like, do I think it's gonna really affect Nintendo, or do I think Nintendo's gonna do anything with it? Probably, but not right away. But I'll get into that. If you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. And without further ado, let's get into this video and talk about the Mig Switch for the Nintendo Switch. So, in a nutshell, the Mig Switch is basically like an R4 or like any other kind of flash card you might get for any other system, like the DS, 3DS, Super Nintendo, what have you. It's basically a flash card that was supposed to come with a dumper at first, like to where you could put it in, like put your Switch cards into this. It's almost like a USB drive. It's almost like something like this, like a USB stick that you put your Switch games into, and then you'd plug it into your PC, and it would dump the Switch ROM from whatever game you put in. I assume they really haven't explained a lot about it, and I really don't want to show the video off that somebody showed off how it works because I don't know if Nintendo's gonna like strike down those videos that if they show that stuff. So I'm not gonna risk showing that. I don't want to get a strike on my channel. I've already gotten struck down because of the R4 years ago, so I don't want to go down that road again. But suffice to say, you basically put the thing in your Switch, and like you basically like put it in, and it pops up whatever game or games you have on it. I think there's like a button on there or something that you might be able to like toggle out the different Switch like game images you have on the SD card that's in the flash card, but I'm not sure because I don't know if you can have multiple Switch games on it at once or if you can only have one on at a time. I assume you can have more than one on the SD card at a time because that would kind of defeat the purpose of flash cards. So I would assume that's the way it works, but I have no idea. But the issue I have with it is the way they're going about selling this thing. The company that's doing it is obviously trying to mitigate litigation from Nintendo because they're not selling it directly on their Mig Switch website. They're selling it through like third party websites and third party sellers and stuff like that. And a lot of the websites I've never even heard of. I might wait till people on eBay start putting it up to get a Mig Switch and dumper, just because I trust eBay a little bit more than I do random third party websites because at least if you get screwed over on eBay, like eBay will most likely refund your money if you get screwed over. So like at least there's that. That's why I'm waiting. And also because the dumper itself isn't being shipped until February of this year. So who knows when that's going to be? I have no idea. It just says February 2024. The the SD card reader thing, what the flash card? I don't really want to call it a flash card because I don't know if it is technically. It's not your traditional flash card. That's the weird thing to me is it doesn't bring up any kind of like menu or anything like that. It's literally you put it into your Switch and the Switch recognizes it as whatever game or games is on there. Because in the video they show the person like putting it in, and it says it's like Mario Kart 8, and then they take it out and like press a button or do something, and they put it back in, and it's Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So it's not your traditional like flash card. It won't just bring up every game you have loaded on the SD card. So it's not like that. But if you can easily just take it out and press a button, pop it back in, I guess it's the same thing, but it's not your traditional like flash card thing. So that is kind of weird and like cumbersome, I guess. But like I would get used to it if I decide to get one of these, which it does intrigue me because I don't know if you guys I haven't really like talked about this a lot on my channel because people probably don't care about it. But I'm actually pretty big into like dumping my own games and playing them through like SD card or whatever if I can because it's easier. Just for example, like my Game Boy games. Sure, I have a bunch of Game Boy games over there, but it's easier for me just to load up my micro SD card in my pocket. Just load up my micro SD card with the games I've dumped and just play them that way. Especially when I go on trips and stuff, I can just load up the SD card with every game I have, and then boom, I can just have every game at my disposal when I'm on a trip. Same thing with the Super NT, Mega SG, and NT Mini to an extent, but I don't have a card dumper for the NES yet, so I can't lump that in yet. But Mega SG and Super NT, I do have a card dumper for. So with the Super NT Mega SG, I do the same thing. I play through SD card, especially being up here. I don't have access to my games because they're all still downstairs. So it's convenient for me just to have all my games ripped onto an SD card. Just like the Mig Switch, if I get this thing and it's actually not that annoying to like switch out games and you can have multiple games on the SD card at once. One, that would make me filming footage for videos a lot easier. And two, like taking my Switch to conventions on trips with us and stuff would be a lot easier because then I would just have to bring that and that's it. And have like a I don't know, a 250 gigabyte um like SD card or whatever I would need to satisfy my my needs for what I need it for. So it does have its perks, but the problem is they're being very vague about how like the key system works. Like every game has these matching keys you have to use, or else Nintendo will ban your My Nintendo account, which I do not want that to happen. But honestly, if I'm gonna play games online, I'll just play with the real um cards anyway. So like unless they prove with beyond a shadow of a doubt that if you have these matching keys, they won't find it out and they won't ban you. But I have a feeling Nintendo's gonna figure this out eventually, like figure out that people are dumping games this way with this thing, and they're gonna release some kind of firmware update or something, some way, some kind of check to make sure you're using a real copy of Super Mario Bros. Wonder or Mario Kart 8 or whatever. Who knows how invested Nintendo will be in this because of the Switch coming to an end, the lifespan of it, I mean. Because, come on, we all know a second system by Nintendo, a Switch 2, Switch successor, is coming soon. So, will Nintendo really devote a ton of time to this? I don't know, especially if the Switch 2 or whatever the hell this is going to be called is going to be backwards compatible, which I would imagine it's going to be. Because I've heard rumors that it's not. And I do want to talk about the rumors for a second with that. I'm gonna kind of make this a compounded video here, but that's why I haven't talked about any of the rumors or speculation on stuff because I don't want to be wrong about stuff and feed like misinformation and wrong things to you guys about things I hear about the Switch 2 or stuff like that. I could do speculation videos, but I'm not really a big hardware nerd. Like I don't really know that much about specs and stuff, but I do know from like a obvious standpoint that it does need to be more powerful than the current hardware. So that's why I haven't talked about anything regarding Switch 2. I want to, I just don't think it's worth me doing an 8 to 10 minute video on a topic that there's really nothing concrete to talk about. But I've been wanting to talk about this Mig Switch thing because it's very interesting to me. But the fact that they're doing like a segmented release and you have to buy the cart dumper separately is kind of dumb to me because I'd rather just buy it in one package for like $125 or whatever it is. Because I think each thing is like $65. I think the flash card's 65 and the dumper's 65. So it's like that's like 125 ish with shipping and tax and all that stuff. I'd rather buy it like that, but for those people that already have like modded switches and stuff, this isn't for you. Like they even say if you have a modded switch, you don't need the cart dumper. The cart dumper's for people like me that don't want to mod their switches. I don't want to mod my OLED switch or buy a revision 1 switch just for modding and dumping purposes because it won't get used other than me just taking it on trips and stuff. So it won't get used that much. I can't justify that purchase of like a probably 100, maybe $150 modded switch. I don't know how much they go for, but I think it'd be a lot better to just buy one of these things for myself when the chip short. They say it's because of chip shortages. I don't think it's that. What I think it is I think they didn't realize like how big the demand for this thing would have been and how many people actually want this thing that don't have modded switches. And they didn't realize how much buzz and press they were going to get. And they know they're not going to have enough chips to manufacture both the Mig Switch and the Mig Switch dumper. So that's why I think it's going on. I don't think it's really a chip shortage thing. Because I don't think that chip shortage stuff is as bad as it was a few years back with COVID and all that stuff. It could still be kind of bad, but I think they're kind of using that as a way to like, oh, we're sorry, we screwed up. We didn't realize the demand for this thing would be so good. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. There's not that much I can really say on it. I was tempted to reach out to the company to see if I could get like a dumper or a Mig Switch for like purposes of review. But let's be honest, I would just be doing it just so I wouldn't have to pay for one. But I will do a video on one if I do get it. And honestly, I'm not gonna show the process of like illegally getting ROMs and stuff like that. Because yes, you can use it that way, but they specifically say if you do use it that way, you are risking getting your account banned. So use this at your own risk. If you want to use it for like illegal purposes, that's on you. I'm not gonna do that. And I know people will say, well, what? Well, why not? You might as well. Because that I don't want to lose my access to my platinum coins and my account and stuff. It's important to me, so that's why I'm not making like a burner account or anything like that because that's stupid. But that'll do it for me today, guys. Sorry about no video yesterday. I was playing Super Mortal Kombat 1 with Chameleon coming out yesterday and just got distracted. MK1, the freaking grind is terrible on that game. So that's why I got sidetracked. I was like, shit, I didn't do a video today. But I'll make up for it for today. I'll do an extra long video today. So anyway, guys, sorry about no video yesterday, but I'll do one for today. Let me know what you guys think about this Mig Switch thing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Shout out to my patrons for supporting my channel. Matt Y99, Representative 734, Title Cal, AJ Cottle, Alfred Frederick, Joe Adfeeds, May Charles, Joe William Swift, Griff 17, Sean McKean, Reverse Security Zoo Hall, Artistic Dollar, Pre-Lab, Just Drew, Artie Mansane, HG Fan, Ellie Scott, Benjamin Teller, Maggie Lovisoro, Freddie Ladd, and Vic Gomez. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. If I missed anybody, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure I got everybody. Anyway, guys, I'll leave links below in the description to the main Mig Switch website. I don't care. YouTube probably won't like them, but if they do, it'll just get demonetized. No big deal, but whatever. I'll leave links anyway, so you guys can go check it out for yourself. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys later. Peace. And hey, look, I wore a new shirt, but yeah, you can see my old shirt underneath because it is freezing up here. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace.